My name is Rashmi Kirange, and this presentation will give you a solid understanding of how TCP connections are set up. The TCP three-way handshake is essential for reliable communication over TCP/IP networks. To understand the three-way handshake, it's helpful to quickly revisit the TCP/IP model. The TCP operates at the transport layer, also known as layer 4. At this layer, TCP is responsible for providing reliable, ordered, and error-checked delivery of data. So what exactly is TCP three-way handshake? It's fundamentally a connection establishment process. It establishes a connection between two devices, typically a client and a server, over a TCP IP network. The first step in the handshake is the client sending a SYN packet to the server. The SYN stands for synchronize. This packet includes the client's initial sequence number or ISN. The ISN is a random 32-bit number. The SYN packet essentially says, I'm ready to start a connection and my starting sequence number is ISN value. Upon receiving the SYN packet, the server responds with a SYN ACK packet. The SYN ACK serves a dual purpose. First, it acknowledges the client's SYN, indicating that the server has received the connection request. Second, it includes the server's own ISN. So the SYN ACK packet says, I have received your connection request. I acknowledge your starting sequence number, and my own starting sequence number is server's ISN value. The final step is the client sending an ACK packet back to the server. The ACK stands for acknowledgement. This ACK packet acknowledges the server's SYN ACK. In this handshake, we have encountered three important TCP flags. SYN, ACK. The SYN flag is used to synchronize sequence numbers between the two devices. It's important to be aware that the TCP handshake, like any network process, has security implications. One common attack is the SYN flood attack. In a SYN flood, an attacker sends a large number of SYN packets to a server without completing the handshake, which can exhaust the server's resources and cause a denial of service. When troubleshooting network issues, it's often necessary to examine the TCP handshake. One common problem is connection timeouts. These can be caused by various factors including restrictive firewall rules, general network connectivity problems, or server unavailability. Packet loss is another issue. To summarize, the TCP three-way handshake is absolutely essential for reliable communication over TCP/IP networks. Understanding the handshake is crucial for effective network troubleshooting and security management. The handshake revolves around three core packets: SYN, SYN-ACK, and ACK. Proper implementation and continuous monitoring of the handshake are vital for ensuring network stability, as it guarantees a reliable connection before the data transfer. Thank you.